He quit his job for a side hustle. 8 months later, everything changed. In January of 2026, 28-year-old Daniel was working in a small office in Ohio. Every morning looked the same. He woke up at 6:30, drove 40 minutes through traffic, sat under fluorescent lights, answered emails, updated spreadsheets, and watched the clock until 5 p.m. His salary was $52,000 a year. It was enough to survive, but not enough to feel free. Daniel had one dream. He wanted to make money online. Every night after work, he watched YouTube videos about drop shipping, print-on-demand stores, and people claiming they were making $10,000 a month from their laptops. The videos were convincing. Luxury cars, beach apartments, screenshots of huge sales, and the same sentence repeated over and over, "If I can do it, anyone can." For 6 months, Daniel studied everything. He bought a $297 course, then another one for $499. He learned how to build a Shopify store, run TikTok ads, and find winning products. In June, he launched his first store. He sold a portable blender. The first week, 0 sales. The second week, 0 sales. The third week, 1 sale. Profit, $4.12. Most people would have quit. Daniel didn't. He became obsessed. He stayed awake until 2 a.m. editing product videos. He skipped weekends with friends. He stopped going to the gym. And then, something happened. One TikTok video got 180,000 views. The next morning, he opened his Shopify dashboard and saw 23 orders. By the end of the day, he had made $612 in revenue. Daniel felt something he hadn't felt in years. Hope. For the next 3 weeks, sales kept coming. Some days were small, some days were huge. One Friday, the store crossed $1,900 in a single day. Daniel started doing the math. If I can make this every day, I could earn more than my salary in 1 month. That weekend, he made a decision that would change everything. He quit his job. His manager asked, "Are you sure?" Daniel smiled and said, "I'm building something bigger." For the first time in years, he felt free. No alarm clock, no traffic, no boss. He turned his apartment into a workspace, a whiteboard on the wall, 2 monitors on the desk, coffee everywhere. And for a while it worked. July revenue, $18,400. August revenue, $26,700. Daniel posted motivational quotes on Instagram. Friends started asking for advice. His parents, who had doubted him, finally began to believe. But there was a problem. Revenue is not profit. The ads were becoming more expensive. Customers were requesting refunds. Some products arrived late. A few arrived broken. By the end of August, after ad costs, refunds, payment fees, and product costs, Daniel's actual profit was about $3,200. Still good, but far less than he expected. He told himself it was temporary. Then September arrived. Sales dropped by 40%. TikTok changed something in the algorithm. The videos stopped getting free reach. Daniel increased ad spending to recover the sales. It didn't work. He spent $3,000 in 4 days. The store generated $2,100. He was losing money. For the first time, panic entered the room. He stopped telling friends how the business was doing. He avoided family calls. At night, he refreshed the dashboard every few minutes. 1 order, nothing. Refund, chargeback, nothing. By October, his savings had fallen from $14,000 to $6,800. And then came the worst day. A customer posted a video saying the product was poor quality. The video went viral. Refund requests exploded. Payment processors held part of his money for review. Daniel stared at the screen for a long time. This wasn't the dream from YouTube. This was stress, uncertainty, and silence. For 2 weeks, he barely uploaded anything. He considered applying for jobs again, but his confidence was gone. One evening, while cleaning his desk, he found the notebook where he had written his original goal: not be rich, not buy a Lamborghini. The real goal was written on the first page. I want control over my time. Daniel realized something important. He had copied other people's business models without understanding why they worked. He was chasing screenshots, not building a real business. So he changed direction. Instead of selling random, trending products, he started creating short videos teaching beginners what he had learned from failing. The first video got 800 views. The second got 2,000. The third got 11,000. People weren't interested in his success. They were interested in his honesty. He talked about losing money on ads, about refunds, about the pressure of quitting too early, about the difference between revenue and profit. And slowly, an audience formed. By December, he had 38,000 followers across social media. A small software company offered him a sponsorship. He created a beginner guide, then a consulting session, not a fake guru course, a practical checklist for people starting their first online business. In February 2027, 8 months after quitting his job, Daniel looked at his income again. This time it was different. The drop shipping store was almost gone, but his content business was earning about $4,700 a month. Less than the peak revenue, more than the real profit he had made during most of the store's life. And most importantly, it was stable. Daniel later said something that perfectly summarized the entire journey. The side hustle didn't fail. The fantasy failed. He learned that online business is not a magic escape from work. It is simply a different kind of work. Harder in some ways, better in others. Today, Daniel still works from home. He still drinks too much coffee. He still worries about the future sometimes. But every morning, he chooses what to work on. And for him, that was the freedom he was looking for all along. So before you quit your job for a side hustle, ask yourself one question. Are you building a business? Or are you chasing a screenshot?